stuff that I'll probably pay for later if I eat.
Girl, you're paying for what you eat now.
So bad.
You can't walk 2 blocks without almost having a heart attack.
It's eaten with sugar.
When someone finishes a meal and they're like, or something to that effect, they overate. She overate. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video. Now in today's video, Chantel has another mukbang, of course, and all of yesterday it seems as though she was spiraling on her community tab, which is not really different from her behavior to begin with, but that made me think of a great idea. I talked about it a bit on Twitter and it got a great response, so I'll be playing around with that idea over the next week or so, but for now let's get right into the video.
Hello, foodie beauties.
Look at this bottle. Sam's a BBW. Yes. Sam. Look at this body. Look at this pink nose. Strike a pose.
Who wants no parts?
First thing you need to do is brown some food stewing beef. I used some peanut oil, a couple tablespoons of peanut oil to brown the meat with the onion, and you're going to cook it until the meat is brown. Add some black pepper and some minced garlic and stir.
That's one thing, this girl can cook. She absolutely can cook.
Now I'm going to add a whole pan of tomato paste, and I'm going to fry it technically with the meat and onions for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so on medium-high heat, and that will just remove some of the acidy, tomatoey kind of taste that I don't really like in tomato paste. You'll know it's done when the tomato paste starts to get a bit darker red in color. And in the meantime, I just thought I would show you guys, for the focus, these are the bouillon cubes I use for the stew. It's called Jumbo, and I get them at an African store. Alright, now I added the water.
I'm not sure how much weight she thinks she can lose eating like this. Like for me, I'm Haitian. I only eat Haitian food twice, maybe 3 times a year. I personally, for me, I wouldn't be able to keep losing weight if I was still eating Haitian food as much as I used to. Like when I was growing up, I would eat Haitian food maybe 4 to 5 days out of the week. I'm sure she doesn't eat African food every single day, but when she's not eating this, she's in someone's drive-through, so I don't know how much weight she thinks she's gonna lose eating this. Granted, whatever she's making is probably gonna look amazing and taste amazing, but I hope she knows she can't eat like this often. Just because it's home cooked doesn't mean it's any better for your health, or that much better for your health. Beef broth,
the jumbo cubes, as well as the root vegetables I'm using. You can use any root vegetables you like, turnips, yams. I just used Yukon Gold potatoes and carrots. Alright, now to reduce the heat a bit, put the lid on and let it cook until the root vegetables are mostly tender. Okay, so the mafe, I removed the lid. It will be done in about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm just going to let it simmer on lower heat, and you'll see some oil separation, and that's when you know it's ready and ready to serve. I'm going to eat mine with rice, so let's get to. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to another dinner.
I wonder if she knows she doesn't need that much rice.
Which is what
I eat jasmine rice probably 2 to 3 times a week. Nowhere near this size. I eat a 1/3 cup, and I will make sure I have lots of protein and vegetables to bulk up the rest of the meal. A 1/3 cup works for me. I know some people do 1/2 cup, but for me personally, a 1/3 cup does the trick. Does she need to eat a 1/3 cup? Probably not. She probably could eat a bit more, but this looks like 2 to 3 cups of rice. No one needs that much.
One of my favorites, and will always be one of my favorites. Bibi introduced it to me, and I've loved it ever since. It's a rich, I've made it many times. It's a rich West African stew made with tomato paste, peanut butter, unsweetened peanut butter, root vegetables, meat of your choice, and some broth. So to go with this, I just made a small side salad with a little bit of shredded cheese, some romaine leaves that I just tore up, and some tomato. And of course I'm going to have my creamy cuke dressing. Just put some of that on. And we have some sriracha
Wow.
for this bad boy. Yeah, I like to put a lot on my stuff. And for pickled stuff, I have some pickled beets. And I have this kimchi that I've had in the fridge for a while. I don't know if it's good or not. It smells okay. But let me try a piece. I don't know if I get sick. I don't think. It's very spicy. Kimchi bite. Tastes fine to me. I double dip in these jars because I'm the only one who eats out of them. Alright. Let's try the salad.
That was a
Mix it
lot of
around.
dressing. Damn.
No. I miss McDonald's salads.
Why?
You guys ever have those when they were popular? I remember growing up, I just was so in love with the...
Speaking of McDonald's, during this whole rage she had yesterday, or it might have been the day before, she got upset and I don't know what was going through her mind. She posted on her community tab that she would be driving to the US for McDonald's. And I personally think that was a new low for her. As much as I don't like Chantel, the fact that you were wanting to go to the US, drive to the US, which is a few hours for her just to go to McDonald's, and then she called it beezing when really it was just binging. And she didn't end up following through because she followed up with the community post later on. But the fact that that was a thought to you. And I would have sworn like 2 weeks ago she didn't drive to a family event that was like an hour or two away, but you'll drive several hours from McDonald's. That's kind of sad and pathetic. And it goes to show how far this addiction has come and how much she's very much in denial.
chef salad. The one with the little egg wedge in the corner, but I never ate the egg. Restaurant eggs just seem so rubbery to me. Salad bite.
Wow.
I'm saving the beauty bite for the main. It was kind of hot.
I mean, is Bibi keeping the napkins? Is that how we're separating things? Because she never uses them. So, is that Bibi's thing? She keeps the food, he keeps the napkins. Like, what's
So I
going on?
contacted the rental agent. I was like, I'm dropping everything off. And she was like, oh, cool, okay. See you then. Vinegary syrup. But when I got there, and this was like at like half lunchtime. Well, I don't know. She wasn't at the desk. It was like another guy. And he was serving a woman who had 2 kids. I walked in, and the 2 kids are just I just like felt like the burning of somebody staring at me. I look over, and there's 2 kids just like staring up at me.
I don't know if anyone who used to be morbidly obese or still morbidly obese and on their journey can relate to this. I used to eat with the same size spoon she eats with. I don't eat with that same size spoon anymore, but looking at her eat this with that serving size spoon and thinking back to how I used to eat the same way, no wonder she eats at these serving sizes. I eat with obviously the smaller spoon now, smaller portion, smaller everything, but looking back at it now, even the plate size, I do not eat anything in that plate size any longer. I'll always use the smaller one because a lot of times I think we eat with our eyes, or we more than eat with our eyes, depending on, you know, what size you got to. A good part of it has to do with the fact she puts her food in that big plate and she feels the need she has to eat all of it, and then she's eating with a supersized spoon. She eats everything in these big plates, big portions, when some of it could just be her eyes and seeing the fact that she needs to eat this. And I don't know how much water she drinks a day. I personally drink over 1 gallon a day, but if she's also not staying hydrated and drinking a whole bunch of water, she's also going to feel the need to feel that she's always hungry. So she needs to change so many things, not just her attitude, a lot more when it comes to her health. like the spoon sizes, the plate size. That plate is meant to serve families. That size of rice, I mean, you could probably add another cup to that. That would serve 4 people. And that would be used as a serving plate, not your dinner plate. But she uses it for one person, for her body.
I'm just like, here, I'm just here to drop this off. Oh. Whew. Need to give you a beauty bite. Spicy. Beauty bite.
You should try that in your community tab.
So, I handed the guy everything. He said he would give it to her, our rental agent. No, I kind of panicked. Because I was like, where is she? Is she giving a viewing of our apartment? Our apartment? That we might not even get?
What happens if she doesn't get it, though? I'll be honest, I'm worried is a stretch, but I am concerned a bit when she moves in with Pete because he's an enabler. He's not gonna hold her accountable for much, really. I don't know how this is gonna work. I just feel like she'll be doing back-to-back mukbang. She said she'll be cooking more, but even the first 2 to 3 minutes of this video, it was just a quick clip of her cooking. We didn't really get to see her maybe portion out the ingredients or anything like that. So I feel like she'll be showing her cooking a lot more, but it'll be maybe for 2 to 3 minutes, and the rest, 15 to 20 minutes, will be her back to mukbangs and eating on camera. I actually think moving in with Pete probably can be the worst thing she could do for her health at this point, unless he's not an enabler the way I think. But based on the past videos, I don't see that within him. I see him completely being a pushover when it comes to her, and that's going to be detrimental to her health.
Now my uncle, you've seen his humongous, beautiful house on other videos.
Yeah, his house is nice. Really nice.
He offered for me to, not feeling the kimchi. He offered for me to stay at his house as long as I want, because they're in Florida for the winter.
Why didn't she do that?
But he doesn't live in the city. Like, I was, like, might be a good thing, you know? Sometime to myself. But I can't leave the cats, like, I can't bring them, because look how traumatized Sam was just from going to the hotel room. Then to have to move them into his place, a humongous house that they would take forever to adapt to, and then move again to a new place a month later. I can't do that to them. And I can't leave them. I can only visit them like a couple times a week because it's a little bit of a drive out. I'm like, they rely on me like every day for attention. You know, like we have a routine cuddling and stuff. So I know Bibi does love them. I don't care for them. I just can't. I would miss them, you know. And I'd be kind of spooked, like, to be in a huge house like that all by myself.
I don't think Bibi would give them the attention that she would based on what she said before. I don't think so.
Every noise, I would be messaging Bibi anyways. Like, there's a ghost. There's a ghost.
I can't believe this is sped up.
I just want to find out if we got it, because then I can start packing, I can start planning.
I wonder if Bibi's gonna help her move.
Celebrating. Doing better cooking videos, because, like, the kitchen I have stuff. I don't know if there's going to be a bug in the video, like there was. People were just like, okay, freaking out over a bug, you know, like a little bug.
It's called a roach.
But it's not my fault.
Well,
We live
that's
in a building
true.
infested.
That is
a lot of
actually
buildings
true.
around here are, actually.
Here's the thing with the roach. So many people have roaches that they can't control, especially like she said, if the building's infested. It just doesn't help when she's said that Bibi has found empty pizza boxes in her closet, hidden away, things like that. That's what it is too. It adds to that with the whole roach thing. There's so many people who have struggled with roaches or bed bugs or different insects. Like down here in Florida, we have something called palmetto. I think they're called palmetto bugs. They're really huge roaches. Those also have nothing to do with cleanliness, but the simple fact is this: it didn't help with her history. You know, she probably can't really control it, especially if it's the whole building. But I always think back to those hidden pizza boxes that Bibi found. I still think she hoards away food, but I don't know.
Like if you look up apartment buildings in Ottawa, the affordable ones are like the cheaper ones, like mine. A lot of them have bugs. Knock on wood. I'm just thankful it's not bed bugs.
Yeah, those are the worst. Oh,
I love meats.
those are the worst.
I'm gonna get some for my mom when I see her. Homemade ones. Okay, that's enough of those. They still have calories. So,
is she counting calories?
So I went out and did that today. And on the way home I was like, drove by Popeyes twice. There and back. And I drove by some fast food joints. And I was like, just hold on a bit longer. Sorry. I always clear my throat. I can make it home.
You can edit this out.
That's what I did today. I really wanted to make for lunch, but I just had the plantains. Those are filling, man. But I wanted to make have a box of Annie's grass-fed cheddar and shells mac and cheese. I don't know if any of you have ever had that. Let me know. They sound good.
It's so sad to see she's out of breath when she's eating. I think it's because she's eating and talking.
I guess I could try to make a healthier version because mac and cheese has a lot of like butter, cream, stuff that I'll probably pay for later if I eat.
Girl, you're paying for what you eat now.
So good.
You can't walk 2 blocks without almost having a heart attack.
It's eaten with short grain rice, but I have long grain, so it's really good.
And she's going to find it necessary to finish this plate.
Have a big pot of this. Lasts for days. You know? We finished the shepherd's pie. Bibi loved it. Loved it.
How close is Bibi sitting?
I don't even know we're not together. Doesn't mean I can't cook or I live here too, you know?
Makes sense.
And be like, no, make your own food. I'm not like that. And why would I? We still really care for each other. No.
I feel like she talks about the breakup differently when he's in earshot, which I guess I could understand, but she's presenting 2 different things. Like in her breakup video, I feel like she was the Q&A, she was a little more candid, and now she's making it seem as though we still care about each other. I'm gonna cook for him, I'm gonna do all these things, but when he's not within earshot, I feel like she speaks differently. And it could be a respect thing. She just wants to be respectful to him and obviously not talk negatively about him while he's sitting there, but just don't talk about it at all, because it seems like you're trying a little too hard to have him hear that you're speaking positively about him in this breakup. It seems fake.
Well, so yeah, I'm it's like waiting for a job. Waiting to see if you got a job or not. You know, it's like every so often you think about it. The waiting is the worst, you know, and then just really sucks. I hope we find out soon.
Yeah, the waiting game is a bit much sometimes.
But yeah. I keep picturing it. Like the kitchen, like what I could do in that kitchen. The videos I can make.
The meal preps you can do.
The things I could cook. You know?
She really finished that plate.
Anyway.
She did not have to finish that plate.
That was very good.
Look at her breathing.
Anyways, guys.
When someone finishes a meal and they're like, or something to that effect, they overate. She overate. Like, there's no reason for eating to take that much out of you.
So I guess I'll end the video here. I'm done. But just wanted to have dinner with you guys, and yeah, so thanks for joining me again tonight. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Well, that was the video. I guess a positive from this is it didn't seem as though it was a binge, but she definitely did overeat based on her breathing and based on that huge sigh that she did at the end. And this is coming on the tail of, what, 6-7 videos ago, which could have been 2 to 3 weeks ago, where she talked about all the things she was going to change, all the things that were going on with her health, the fact that she can't walk more than 2 blocks without being out of breath and feeling like she's going to have a heart attack. On the heels of all that, she still chooses to sit here and eat meals that can feed 2 or more people. It's her choice. I just hope whoever watches her videos, whoever watches my videos, chooses to make a better decision for themselves. Remember, guys, be better today than you were yesterday and greater tomorrow than you will be today. Later.